Hi everyone, hopefully okay. So today I have my 2014, couldn't get the word out then, beauty and makeup favourites for you. Literally cannot believe it's 2014 already, like where did 2013 go? I don't know, but basically I have all my favourite products from the whole year, what I really loved using. So I'm just going to jump straight in so we're not here for like 20 odd minutes. So I'm going to start off with two haircut items because this year I didn't actually find that very many amazing hair products that I really wanted to like write home about. So the two products that I found were both sprays, and the first one is this Wella Silvercon Classic Hairspray. Basically I've always been a massive fan of the L'Oreal Elnet hairspray. They're just really like, you know, the queen of hairsprays. But they're pretty pricey, and when you're on a bit of a budget like I am, I decided to look elsewhere for some cheaper options, and this one is like £2.99 for this big bottle, and usually there's like 2 for £4 like offers, so they're really good value, and it just works. Basically you have to be careful to not spray too much or your hair does get sticky, but a little goes a long way and it keeps your hair in place all day, which is kind of what you want, and it leaves you changed from a fiver, so there's not too much. A hair care item that is a little bit or more on the pricey side is the Bumble and Bumble Thickening. Oh Frankie, what are you doing? Thickening Dry Spun Spray, because you all know how much I love having big voluminous hair, and this spray just really helps to create like texture and volume when your hair's a bit flat. Maybe you've just washed it so it's a bit too soft to get any volume. So yeah, again, it's a really good spray for just creating some volume when your hair isn't looking that great and big. So yeah, another great hairspray that I love. So moving on to skincare, as always my favourite toner has been the Ren Clarifying Toner. I have actually been using one from Lush the past few weeks, and I haven't completely made up my mind yet, so I will let you know what I think about that when I've made my mind up. But my forever favourite will be the Ren one. It's just amazing if you've got combination oily skin, helps to keep oiliness at bay, like clears out all your pores, helps congestion, helps spots. It's just pretty much a good all-in-one toner, so that's really good, and it's my favourite toner. I've also loved quite a lot of the Ren range. I love the Glycolactic Mask, that's been a great face mask this year. The Clear Calm, you can never say that, Clear Calm Clay Cleanser has been probably my favourite cleanser, and I've run out, so I'm really disappointed about that. And the Clear Calm, I think Clarity Restoring Mask has also been really good mask. So if you've got really spot prone skin, I would check out any of those kind of Ren products I've just mentioned. I would show them, but I've kind of run out of them all, so I need to do like a Ren, what's that word? A Ren, I need to pick up some Ren stuff basically. My favourite moisturiser of the year is the Super Facialist by Elena Brennan. This is the Tea Flower Deep Clean Mattifying Moisture, and I'm literally on the last dregs of this, so I need to go pick up another really soon. But I've been using this since I think August, which is pretty good going. I've been using it every day and every night. It's just a really nice moisturiser, not too harsh for my skin, but then it's not too, you know, oh, I just hit myself in the face with it. Not too nourishing, so it makes my skin even more oily, if that makes sense. It's just a good all-rounder, great for putting on in the mornings before your makeup, and great for the evenings too. So yeah, it doesn't break me out, really kind to your skin, just a good moisturiser if you're on a budget and you've got oily spot prone skin. So I definitely would recommend that. And I used their toner, no I'm not, I'm lying, I used the cleanser from that range, and that was pretty good too, again if you're on the budget. So yeah, definitely going to look more into that kind of range. I seem to get a lot of redness on my skin, and it was almost like during the summer my cheeks almost looked like I had red rashes because it was that bad, and it really got me down because I felt like I always had to wear makeup even when I was on holiday, and that just sucks. So I kind of thought I'm going to splurge, and I bought the Peptabright by Indeed Laboratories. They obviously made Hydrolar, which I've never actually bought, but obviously everyone raves about it. So I bought Peptabright to just kind of help you know, brighten up the area. And I have to say, if you've got a lot of redness or maybe a lot of pigmentation that you want to kind of lift up, then this is definitely something for you. I don't use this as often anymore, usually about once a week, and that is enough for me. If I get any redness, it just helps to just combat it and like lift it up, but it did a really good job of kind of getting rid of those kind of red spots. I've been trying out new spots like treatments throughout 2013, because obviously I do battle with my skin, and I've been using some from the Mario Badescu range, I cannot say his name at all. This is the buffering lotion. I just had to include it because it's very easy to find treatments for spots that are just the regular whiteheads. I think you can find treatments for them all over the place, like the Origin Super Spot Remover, that's really good. I've been using a Lush one, I think it's called Grease Lightning, that's pretty good. But what I always struggle with is finding spot treatments for the cystic acne. So those kind of spots that are under the skin, they're about the size of your fist, and there's no point like squeezing them or doing anything to them because they're just like a hard lump, and they're really, really painful, and no matter what you put on them, they just do not go down. But the buffering lotion by Mario, whatever his name is really good for these kind of spots. I find that it doesn't make them disappear overnight, which obviously it's not going to do, but when you've got a real massive painful spot, like I usually get them on my forehead or like on my chin, and they're really painful, this just helps to make them go smaller. It kind of helps to take the pain away, and within a couple of days they're gone, which is really, really good, especially those kind of spots. So I thought this has been a really good product for me in 2013, and I don't normally like, whenever I get one of those really horrible under the skin spots, I'm not like, oh, I'm like, it's fine, I can put on my buffering lotion and it will be gone in a couple of days time. So definitely worth picking up if you're in, like, not if you're into your spots, because no one's into spots, if you get like a lot of like cystic acne, especially like around that time of the month. So yeah, a really, really good product. More of kind of a winter favourite of 2013 is the Liz Earle Super Skin Concentrate. I found this in my collection because my skin has been going through a pretty, what is wrong with my talking today, jeez. I've had quite a dry and dull, throughout November and December, my skin's just been really not with it at all. I've been really tired, and my skin just, your skin just tells people when you're tired. You just have to look at someone's face and you know they're tired. So I've been adding a bit of an oil to just kind of help rejuvenate my skin, add a bit of plumpness, and just kind of get some elasticity back. Oh my god. Ugh. And just kind of get a bit of life back into my skin, and this has been really, really good. It smells absolutely amazing. It's got rosehip oil, argan oil, neroli oil, and natural vitamin E. So it smells really good, helps you like feel like you're sleepy. And I just put on a little bit, usually 2 times a week, maybe sometimes once a week, depending on how my skin's doing. And it just helps to like plump up my skin, add a bit of moisture back in, but not too much, because obviously I've got oily skin, but I find that oil on oily skin works really, really well together for some strange reason. So I've been really enjoying using that. It's been adding a bit of life into my winter skin, so that's been a life saviour throughout the winter months. That is all my skincare done. I've got a body care favourite, and this is the Body Shop Body Butters. Obviously these are always a favourite of me, and it's kind of just the Body Shop Body Butters in general. I've used a few this year. This is the Chocomania one, which just smells divine. My favourite's the coconut one, and I've also used the Honey Mania one. So they've been like a firm favourite with me, and they've been a constant like in my little basket under my bed that I've been using night after night, because obviously I do like to moisturise, so it keeps my tan for longer. So again, the body butters from the Body Shop are a constant favourite of me, and I've been a firm favourite. So my favourite body spray / perfume of 2013 has to be the Body Shop Coconut Mist, something that I discovered, I think it was probably very early on this year. It's basically like a body spray, but it smells of coconut, and as you can probably already tell by now, coconut is my favourite scent in the whole wide world, and it just smells amazing. Whenever I spray this, people always ask me what it is, because it just smells really nice and fresh. It's about £7, it's a pretty big bottle, so you get, you know, you get quite a lot for your money, and I'm just constantly spraying it all the time. Everyone jokes at work that, you know, like I've been in the locker room because it smells of coconut. So yeah, it's just a firm favourite of mine. I've got one of these like in my handbag, I've got one in my bedroom, I've got them all over the place because I just like having it with me. So it's definitely been my favourite body spray of 2013, because I spray it a lot more liberally than like my Marc Jacobs perfume, because obviously they're like £30–40. I don't want to spray them like willy-nilly. But with the Body Shop one, it's £7, so I don't mind like spraying it all over the shop. So definitely my favourite body spray. I know they do a whole range. If coconut isn't your thing, I don't know why it wouldn't be. You can pick it up in different flavours, but I definitely would recommend checking it out. Okay, moving on to the exciting part now. I just feel like I'll pop up a pew. I'm going to move on to makeup now. So yeah, let's just get started. Right, favourite foundations of the year. YSL Trisha Clark foundation is just amazing. I probably mentioned this in my last 2 favourites too, but it's just a fan favourite. Medium coverage, glowy finish, just gives you the most really nice natural glow. A really, really good foundation. I absolutely love it. I am the shade B50 if anyone's wondering, so yeah, love that. But I found a good little drugstore alternative during the second half of the year, and it's the Bourjois Happy Light. Again, it's about glowy, medium coverage, not as nice as the YSL, but it's, you know, it's a pretty good dupe. and I think about full price is about £11–12, so a lot cheaper, but you can usually get it on some kind of offer. Frankie has just trumped it up. I forgot to mention before the foundation, which I probably should have done, is my favourite primer of 2013, Tea Tree Pore Minimizer. You all know that I literally don't go far without this primer. I think this is probably like my 5th or 6th bottle of this stuff because it's just incredible. It kind of just smooths out any pores, any fine lines that you may have. It makes your face feel really fresh and clean, great for spots, and it's also great for keeping your makeup lasting longer and keeping oiliness at bay. So yeah, favourite primer of 2013. My two favourite highlighters of 2013 have to be the 17 Skin Wow Freeway Highlighter. This is a liquid highlighter, very similar to NARS Copacabana, but I think it's so much nicer. I've been using this underneath my makeup to give my foundation a bit of an extra glow, and then over the top as well. But it's just an amazing drugstore highlighter, and I've been using it so much since I got it, which I think was back August, September time. So I've been using it constantly, like 3 to 4 months, and it's just incredible. So a really nice highlighter. And then my favourite powder highlighter of the year is the MAC Soft and Gentle, which is obviously a cult product in the beauty like blogosphere, and I can see why. It just gives you the most gorgeous glow, lovely sheen, great for daytime. So yeah, I do tend to usually use both of these together because I do love a little bit of highlighter. But yeah, definitely my two favourite highlighters of 2013. My favourite blushes of the year are the Topshop cream blushes. I rediscovered these in my collection and I just haven't stopped using them since because this year I've kind of struggled with powder blushes. I found them quite chalky, like maybe it's the brush, I'm not too sure. But these cream to powder blushes are just incredible. I hate the fact that they don't clean very well. The packaging gets really dirty really easily, and then there's no kind of cleaning it up. But I've got the colour Neon Rose, and probably my most used one is Flush, which is looking very Westford. I've hit pan, that's how much I've used it. So they've definitely been probably my most used blushes of the year. Probably my favourite powder of the year is the Bourjois Java Rice Powder. I've never really had like a translucent powder before, but this is really good for like setting your makeup under your eyes and giving you a bit of an extra glow. So yeah, a really nice powder, especially if you use like a lot of under eye concealer. My favourite eye makeup of the year has to be the Charlotte Tilbury The Golden Goddess palette. Now this is just the most pretty palette ever. The glittery shade is just the most gorgeous, glittery, neutral shade you'll ever use, and I just think they're just amazing. You can really use them for like a subtle daytime eye, or you can really kind of big it up and build it up to do like a nighttime smoky eye, but they're just so versatile. They're such lovely shadows to work with. I love the packaging, I just love everything about it, and I have a horrible feeling that I'm going to be purchasing Dolce Vita palette very soon because that is calling my name. So this has been my favourite eye palette of 2013 because it is just the most gorgeous palette ever, and I'm so glad that I did. My favourite eyeliners of the year are the Rimmel Scandal Eyes eyeliners. They came out right at the beginning of the year, and I really like this nude fleshy coloured one because it's really cheap and it's great for daytime use. So say if you didn't want to use like a heavy black or brown eyeliner, you can use this to just brighten up your eyes, get rid of any redness, and kind of just helps to make you look more awake. So they're really good. I really like the black one too because it stays on for a really long time, and they're just so cheap as well, like amazing. Realising that a lot of my favourites have been drugstore, but I think that's really good because I think there have been so many like good drugstore releases this year. So moving on to like lipsticks, this is a bit of a mixed bag really. The Bourjois Colour Boost came out around summertime, and Peach on the Beach was like my most used summer lipstick. I will show you, it's looking very sorry for itself. But this peachy corally shade is just, I used it all the time on holiday. I just used it literally throughout the months, I think June to September. This was just on my lips like constantly. Earlier on in the summer, I've been using my YSL Peach Passion, and I literally have that much left of it, which is really sad because I think this is like my favourite lipstick ever. It's just a corally peach colour, it's just absolutely amazing. Smells really good too. So they were like my most two favourite lipsticks during the summer. And then my most used winter lipstick has been the Collection Privé lipstick from L'Oreal, and this is the Cheryl one, and it's called Grage Glow. And it's just the most gorgeous nude. It's really good for my skin tone. Doesn't make me look washed out or too much like a corpse. It's just like the perfect daytime nude colour. So They have been my favourite and most used lipsticks of 2013. Eyebrow product has to go to Maybelline's Brow Drama. Never really been a big one for filling in my brows. I can't be bothered with all that kind of stuff. So this kind of brown mascara just does the hard work for me basically. I just find it is really easy to use, sets your brows in place and kind of fills them in, so it saved me a lot of time in the morning. So the Maybelline Brow Drama has been a great little new product. On to my final product, which is pretty good going. So on to my favourite nail products of the year. My favourite like top coat has to be Sec Feet, because it is just basically amazing. Dries your nails in literally about a minute. You have to be careful that it doesn't go too gloopy or bubbly, but apart from that it just does everything you could ever want from a top coat. I don't think it's amazing at keeping chips at bay. I tend to have to use a top coat as well as this, but on that kind of scale of keeping your fingernails dry and drying them really quickly, it's amazing. So I've loved that. It's made my manicures a lot speedier. And then my favourite nail polish of the nail polish brand of the year has to be Essie. I just love everything about Essie. I love the brush, the fact that it is wide, I love the colours, I love the fact that they last like a good 3 or 4 days without chipping. So Essie have definitely been my new favourite nail polish brand of 2013. Okay, so that is my favourite products of 2013. A bit of a mammoth video, but we all knew it was going to be one because there was a lot of favourites to get through. So I'm sure that I've probably missed something out, and I'm going to finish filming this and be like, oh crap, what about blah blah blah. But hey ho, that's how the things go. Hey Frankie. I tell you what, I'll show you my favourite thing of 2013. Ooh! This one! Frankie was born in 2013, so here's my favourite thing about 2013. When was your birthday, Frankel? The 5th of July. The 5th of July 2013. Right then, so I'm going to go now. I'm going to give my little Frankel some cuddles. So I hope you had an amazing new year. Let's hope 2014 is going to be amazing. I'm going to put my blog post down below, which has got all my New Year's resolutions. Let me know what yours are in the comments below. So yeah, should we go have a cuddle? Yeah? Alright then, I'll see you soon in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!